following the spirit, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. Don't up in the spirit, I'm busting through the ceiling. Busting through the ceiling, busting through the
What? Hey, it's almost like I forgot how to do it.
Yeah, because we definitely did.
Because we've been gone.
Is that all mute?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, good.
Oh, yeah, we're muted now. We're muted now. Let's see here.
Hey, we're just getting setting up here. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
You know what I'm doing here? This is the first time that we're actually streaming this on like Facebook in general. I mean, you've streamed on Facebook before, but
yep.
You know, we're streaming this on a gaming channel, so hopefully, you know, that's okay. But we'll see.
So we're already having problems here. Just so you know, we are dropping frames, but it might save itself. I'm not sure. Looking good, dudes.
It looks good on here.
Hey.
So. Yeah, I like it.
Hi,
cool.
honey.
All right, great.
My wife is watching.
No way.
Yeah.
Because we're on Facebook.
No, she's watching on Twitch.
Oh, what?
See, Mrs. Philo TV's in the chat.
Oh, wow. Hi, Sarah.
Wait.
That's
I was trying to sign in here. Hold on. Give me one sec.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
no.
That's okay. You know, people are just joining to watch you type on a keyboard. That's cool.
Yeah,
Phil,
yeah,
so.
okay, whatever.
Well, dude, it's good to be back. I feel so like
it's been a long time.
Like our goal is to do like maybe this once a week, at the very least once every 2 weeks, and we just skipped an entire month. So that's not good.
No, definitely not good.
But it was good at the same time. Like I had a good time over New Year's, Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, well, besides getting sick, I got sick. Did you get sick?
No, thank the Lord I did not get sick.
I totally got sick.
Yeah, that was basically one of the big reasons why we didn't stream.
Yeah, you know, my sickness, it was really crazy because I was thinking back, and the last time that I was really, 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 really sick was New Year's.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. So we're having some major difficulties here. We've dropped like 4,000 frames, and it's 32%.
Oh.
So it's pretty bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the multi-stream off and just stream
on Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch. Because
is it because
it's having
other
issues.
things are streaming right now?
It could be, but I think it's mostly just the multi-stream. I've had problems with this multi-stream.
We can directly connect it.
Well, yeah, we could do that. That would be good. But so we're going to stop here for a sec, and we're going to just restart.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. See you, everybody. Peace. Used. I think we're doing good.
Okay.
So let's go to this multi-stream. You go ahead and host a watch party, and we'll just get going from here.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
You know.
Sorry about that, peeps.
It'll be kind of fun. I know I'll be able to still download the.
Yeah, you can still download that. Yeah, that.
And it'll be really funny.
You don't have to and you can like not use the video if you want and just use the audio from it. That'd be kind of cool. Like a black screen until, or like find an animation that looks kind of funny or a GIF to put at the front of that YouTube video.
Yeah.
But the song that we were using was "Blue Eyed Demon" by Roy Knox. So you wanted that information.
Man, that was a cool song. I really liked dancing to it, but oh well.
I'm gonna copy the song link and put it in the Twitch chat.
I'm gonna put "Let's Try Again."
So if you want that, it's there.
Preston's watching. So.
Hey, Preston, what is up, my friend?
Watch party coming right up. Here it comes. I'm just gonna type. Oh yeah. Perfect. Oh boy, look at it.
Oh boy, brother. Oh, look at that. Sponsored by Monster again.
Nope, I have to put my hand over it because we're not yet.
I have so many stickers on my water bottle, though. I would be sponsored by everybody.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we're sponsored by Vans or something if I'm up here.
Yeah, oh, your hat. I was like, wait, I don't have a Van sticker on my water bottle.
Yeah. Okay. So before we got all wacky with our dropping frames, and
Yeah,
junk.
our frame dropping.
Yeah, I was telling you
We
that
were dropping them frames.
all the frames were dropped.
Yeah, not good.
Actually, 40% of the frames were dropped, which is a lot.
Yes.
No, I
in
was
the
telling you about
thousands.
getting sick.
Yes. Oh,
because we
dude.
were gone for a long time. We were gone for a month. We tried to do this every week or every other 2 weeks at the very least.
Hopefully
but
every week.
we were gone.
Yes.
You know,
we took a
Sometimes-
break.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take a break.
Yeah.
It was like the busy time for us to, go do stuff. So
Yep.
I got sick. Didn't want to get sick. Who does?
Nobody
But
wants to get sick.
yeah, I got really sick. I was saying that the last time I've been sick was like literally 5 years ago, and on New Year's. And Brooke and we didn't this year and we didn't last year, but we used to host.
I remember these.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
used to host a New Year's Eve party at our house.
Yep.
They'd be themed and we'd dress up, and this one was the hillbilly or redneck one,
Yeah.
where everybody dressed up like rednecks and stuff. It's funny. For some reason, three of the ladies that showed up all dressed up in the same thing. They were basically wearing white T-shirts, and they dressed up as like pregnant teenagers,
Oh my gosh.
which was hilarious. But yeah, I was so sick. I had a fever that night. I like powered through it, but after
Probably
midnight,
not a good
I was
deal.
just like pale.
Probably shouldn't have been doing it.
No, it was bad. That was like a really bad sickness that I had, and I felt like this was close to that. I had a fever for 3 days. I could not get rid of it. Oh man. And then like first came like stomach problems and being in the bathroom all the time, and then my fever came on, and then the headache was so bad paired with my fever that I was like waking up in the night, and like I couldn't get good sleep, but I would wake up and then my head would be hurting so bad that I would be like mad about it. I was like mad.
Oh.
I sat up and I was like, oh, my head. And I was like, I bruised my forehead.
By doing what?
By rubbing my forehead so much.
Oh no.
Because like even the tiniest little bit of something
Yeah.
helped a little bit. And like I had a bruise on my forehead.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, that sounds like you were like out for the count.
Yeah, and the end
No
of it
fun
was
stuff
like
for you at all
like
over break.
coffee and lungs stuff. And then now I'm finally, that was like 2 weeks ago that it was done. And I'm now finally recovered enough to where I can talk for more than 30 minutes at a time.
That's just crazy to me. So it looks like we've lost our camera, but I'm not 100% sure if our chat is here and talking to us. Frames are gone again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So it looks like the camera is just not working here. So let me see if I can just reset the camera and we'll be good to go.
Okay.
Logitech Brio.
You guys are frozen on my screen.
Oh no.
Can you hear us though?
Yeah, can you hear us?
I mean, that's the thing, because it is a podcast. Whoa.
Hey. Now you can see us.
Are we back?
Froze. Hey, are we back, Stu? Let me know. Dakota? Are we back?
I'm trying to see on here.
Hello?
It looks like we're back.
Hello?
I mean,
yeah, it looks like we're back on this here Twitch business up here.
What do you think it is? Maybe some Logitech software?
Yeah, so I think I had the G Pro software open, and that was causing 2 programs to access the camera.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. I think we're Gucci. We're not dropping frames. We haven't dropped frames at all.
And we didn't really. I mean, I feel like the quality is terrible.
No. That was streaming in 360p. We were watching in 360.
But we didn't reset the.
Yeah, I gotta. Maybe I should look at this guy real quick. I think I just need to change the the gain. I'm thinking of Escape from Tarkov right now. That's a new game that we gotta talk about. By the way.
Yeah, I know. I want to play it.
It looks really crazy. I want to play it, but I also don't want to spend $40 on a game right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Why not?
Because, not everybody has just like oodles of money coming out of their pockets.
We're back.
That's
what they're saying.
Yep. Yeah. We're back.
Hey.
That's a perfect.
That's
is. Actually
We're
a perfect.
Just every time we lose and we gotta like reset the camera. This is all new stuff.
Yeah.
This is like
that's something we gotta discuss.
This is exactly why we're testing. We needed to record anyway, but we're back.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is. I've been borrowing Phil's like spare.
Not everybody has one, but
not everybody has a spare gaming computer. But yeah, we were borrowing. I was borrowing that at Studio One so we could still stream.
Studio One. This is Studio One. We are currently sitting in Studio One.
Yeah, this is Studio One. But so we built over this break. We built a computer.
Yeah, we did.
It was cool. I got it for Christmas for myself.
And your son a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is that, like, you ask your kids, what do you want for Christmas? And they give you a Christmas list or something, or maybe they write a letter to Santa or however you do it in your house. But this year, Maddie had, like, normal stuff, and Elias had gaming computer. And I'm like, you realize how much gaming computers cost, right? You're 15 years old. I'm not going to buy you $1,200, worth of a gaming computer. We even tried to budget it under $1,000.
Yeah.
So it was a Christmas present for myself and for him, because I wanted one too. I wanted to build one. We need one for the podcast.
Well, and it's just nice to have a pretty powerful PC at your house. So because you're always doing, like, you're creating graphics and doing all that kind of stuff for the youth group stuff that you do.
Sure.
So it's pretty important.
I'm always like,
and you're creating
dual
videos and
screening
stuff
up.
too. So it's perfect for that too. So.
I can't wait to now that the weather's getting nice to take the drone out and start producing some more drone videos.
Yeah,
that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to get some videos up on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that'd be cool. My YouTube channel is lit, so we gotta get some more videos.
It's lit.
Do people still say that?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not hip and cool like the millennials that precede me. Wait, what is your YouTube channel?
It is NALO.
Let's see if we can look it up here. Is this it?
No,
that's not it. Uh-oh, somebody's stealing you, dude.
Here, let these guys see what we're looking for. Maybe try capitals.
Nope.
That
was your
my
video.
Yeah.
Probably got it off of this. Nope.
Whoa. Look at those weird low molars on there. I didn't even know there was more people.
If you wanted to know how to spell Nate's last name, there you go. So
that's 406 Customs.
Oh.
These are old videos that I made, though.
Hold on. Aren't you like subscribed to yourself on here?
I just barely subscribed to
Actually, these are Oh Yeah subscriptions. Are you subscribed to yourself with Oh Yeah?
Oh, that's because we're on the Oh Yeah channel.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
I'm terrible at that kind of thing.
Can't even find yourself. That's all right. No worries. But anyways,
yeah,
I'll link it. We'll link it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
there's
it.
some pretty cool drone videos on there, especially from, some driving adventures into the mountains and that. But I don't know. Bill, it was really fun building that computer with you.
Yeah.
Like, I learned a lot of things, and
I hope Elias did too, because that was one of the big points that we wanted to make sure happened was that he learned.
And that's exactly why we didn't stream it on Twitch, because I'm not sure I'm comfortable with him being on Twitch yet. But we did record the build process, and I'm making a time-lapse video of it that I can put on my
which reminds me, I
channel.
got to go plug in that computer and make sure I upload it.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. There's no time crunch on that or anything, but
no,
eventually
whatever.
There's going to be a build video time-lapse of us building it. We built it right here on this table and recorded the with the camera and stuff, and it's lit up enough, and it feels like on time-lapse it's going to be pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
The thing
I'm actually excited to see what it looks like in a time-lapse fashion, because I've only I guess I did that one build on this channel.
Yeah,
and it was not really zoomed in or anything, and I haven't done anything with that video, so it'll be cool to see it in the time lapse.
Because you had your table there, and you were just
jamming out and having fun. Yep.
Yeah, you had your headphones on, and you were quiet for some time, and I don't know, you were building and stuff, and DJ was in there, talking about it.
Yeah, because it was cool. It was actually DJ's computer, so.
Right. And which I really liked his case before, but I think it's better now. Better computer altogether.
Yeah, that NZXT case is definitely a better case than what he had before. But the case that he had before was pretty cool. It looked like a stormtrooper.
Yeah, it was white. I kind of like that. I was gonna buy like a white VESA mount for my new monitor.
Yeah, I've never seen a white VESA mount, so I'm actually excited to see that.
I put it in my shopping cart, and then I went to go look at it again, and it said it was unavailable. So I
don't no,
I don't know. Maybe it'll come back.
To figure that out
for sure. I don't. This chat is so far over here for me. Dakota says, "What is lit?"
I don't know.
Lights
here. Chat's over here too now.
Okay, cool, great.
There you go.
I feel like this is so loose for me. I need to tighten it up.
Tighten her up. See, we're actually getting acclimated right now because it's all new.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the background and the table isn't new, and these aren't new, but we had to reset
literally
this up.
The mouse, the keyboard, the monitor, the computer.
The monitor, yeah.
It's all new.
Yep.
The camera.
Yep,
everything's the camera
new.
itself. That right there.
That boy right there.
I don't know. I get some things. I mean, I don't want to stop talking about the computer yet because I
have a question. It's kind of
away.
I don't know if you are really comfortable talking about price and how much you paid and everything, but did you pay more than you wanted to?
I did actually.
Was it by a lot?
No.
Okay, well that's good.
No, because I kind of got saved by the bell with my brother hooking me up a little bit.
Yeah, you did actually. This computer was probably, in my guess, let me just take a stab here.
Yeah.
Probably $1,100, but he gave you a graphics card that's worth $300 or $400.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. My initial goal was to build something and not focus on like how cool it is, but something that's more functional.
Yeah.
And try to stay under $1,000. So, you did the PC parts picker thing for me, and you put together a bunch of components, and that was really cool.
Made sure we're all copacetic with our
for
compatibility,
because that
was the problem that DJ ran into. Is some of his parts weren't compatible with each other.
Yeah.
And he was having issues where his computer would crash nonstop. Like it was like every 5 or 10 minutes, his computer would just shut off, blue screen. So we've had some crashes with this one, but it's pretty normal in the first week or two.
Yeah.
To have some crashes, and you just got to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, some of the codes I've been getting for it are like that something's trying to access the memory. Like a driver might not be updated or something like that.
And so what we did right before this is I popped the side of the case off and reset the RAM, basically took them out, the RAM sticks, and put them back in their slots. Hopefully that fixes your issue in the future. The only thing that changed from when we did it, but when you were using the computer in the first week or so to the second week, was you put a Wi-Fi card in it. Yeah. And so that's the other thing that we might test if it keeps crashing is something like that.
I did not test to see if it was plugged in all the way. I mean, I feel like it is. When I was installing it, I went through those steps
very meticulously.
I want to make sure that it looks good, and that it feels good and it's in there. But, maybe, hey, I might have missed something. Yep. So we need to check that as well.
Yeah, because you were sending me pictures about the USB cables and all that stuff. So
yeah, I did find, basically what I think is the last USB connection.
Yeah, I think it was actually, which is kind of funny. But
yeah,
I mean, it looks great. This case that Elias picked out. Yeah. It's a thermal take case, and it's got 3 RGB fans in the front of it. Yes. with a glass front and a glass side, and it's a good looking case.
Yeah,
and it was pretty affordable, I assume, right?
Yeah,
because he said it was Amazon's first choice or whatever.
You know what? I could even load those pictures into our.
Do you think I could look it up right now? Do you think I could just type in thermal take right here?
Yeah, probably, but I could load them into our Discord.
Yeah, so if you want to join the Discord, there's a card down below. If you click it,
I already did.
You should be able to look it up. But the other thing,
that's in the
private section, so you're gonna have to change that. Is there Discord downloaded on this? Oh my gosh, we gotta get some downloadage going.
And I think we're frozen again.
Oh my gosh, what's going on here?
Hey, Zero Friends, if you can hear me, stay with us.
He can hear you for sure.
Yeah.
It's just the webcam for some reason.
Hey, Zero Friends has been testing his new setup, and it's sick, by the way.
Yeah, I like his setup.
Yeah. Not many people do green screen and can pull it off really well. So.
Yeah, and I was talking to him about that actually because it looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been playing Tarkov a lot.
Yeah, he definitely has.
But yeah, it's cool.
I don't know what the heck is going on with our webcam, dude. So if you're not with us,
I don't know.
or if you're not seeing us, just give us a sec. We're trying to figure it out.
At least it like froze on what made you look really high. Oh, bro.
Rick rolled. Yeah, I definitely got rolled here. You will have to sign into that. I'm not going to sign in with mine because
for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We can do that later. Don't worry about it. It's for. I do look high, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I'm actually live right now, but I saw you were doing the podcast, so I wanted to join. Well, dude, thank you for joining up. If we had an extra computer, I would definitely drop a view on your channel, but we don't. And we're having some issues right now, so I just want to make sure we're not watching or streaming more than we need to be.
Yeah, this is what I call a remix. Remix live. So that's how that works.
I don't know why it's not coming back to us.
Baseball 249 was telling me to come drone his race car. I would love that.
That's DJ.
Yeah, I figured. I remember.
What am I doing here? I don't want that.
Talking about baseball. Baseball starts this month, DJ. I'm so excited. Like, I'm really excited about it.
I do not understand what's going on here, dude.
You know, the last couple of years I've been going to Glendale, Arizona to watch preseason baseball, spring training. And it's the best kind of baseball to watch. I've been to professional games, been to minor league games. You know, I really like going to watch the Mustangs play.
Oh, we might be back.
But the best baseball to watch is spring training.
Maybe we're not back.
Oh, well, I mean, at least...
there we go. It changed the settings back again. It's so dumb, dude. I don't understand it.
But yeah, spring training is so sick because you can go to... It's really crazy because you can go to all the stadiums in like one day. I mean, maybe not all of them, but you can go to a bunch of them and see like 2 or 3 games from professional teams in spring training in one day. Yeah.
How many like baseball fields are
like within 2 miles?
How many baseball fields are there?
There's probably 15 to 20 in
that actually sounds really cool. I'm not a big baseball fan, but that does sound pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you'd have a really good time going down there, though, because the experience of it, being able to go watch them do, you know, batting practice, and they have like miniature fields where it's just a first base and a home plate and a pitcher. Like that's all it is. So a pitcher, you know, pitches to the catcher, and the runner. There's a runner that just runs. Like he just stands there and he runs, and then they practice the first base throws.
Oh, okay.
That's all they do.
Huh.
So they have like some third stringer out there like running back and forth between home.
That's funny.
You know, and sometimes they don't have a runner, but they do. They have a pitcher. He pitches it in. They test going to, you know, hitting little grounders and stuff. Because I like Joey Votto a lot, and it was really cool. I was standing like from here, you know, across the fence from him while he's practicing first base. He's like, you know, an all-star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to be able to see that.
Gringo is saying his sister lives in Phoenix, and so he goes every year.
Yeah, that's sick.
That would be really nice. Have somebody that lives there. We have family that lives there.
Yeah.
So we could go down there.
My mother-in-law has a house in Glendale, so it's like 10-minute drive to the.
I guess Sarah has family there, which is technically my family. So
yeah, sure,
Same thing. Yeah,
for sure. You know, it's the Reds, which is my team. They share a stadium with the Indians, so most stadium is shared with another team. So 2 teams at each.
How did we get talking about baseball?
Because
baseball 249.
Yeah, and that he likes baseball, and I remember that it's TJ because he likes.
D1 Scarce, what up? Just a new person in our chat. What up?
Hey, yo.
So we were talking about the computer before.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring up thermal take. Oh. We're back. Wrong button. This is I literally typed in thermal take, and that's the case that showed up, and that's the case that he used. You know,
I've learned to kind of trust this Amazon Choice thing because they usually pick something that has very excellent ratings and good dependability and something that's available quickly. So, I mean, that's what we bought.
There are some like exceptions though. I've seen some weird stuff where I'll like type. I don't even know what I'm looking for. It'll be like a cable.
You look up weird stuff on
Amazon,
Whoa.
Okay.
What?
NALO, whatever. Wait, what?
That's weird.
But it'll be like it has like maybe 200 ratings compared to the next one down, and it's kind of like it's a sponsored one or whatever.
Yeah. That's
and I'm like, no, it's not Amazon's choice.
Not really.
500 reviews compared to like one that has like 4,000 or 5,000 or something.
True.
Yeah, no way.
They're
So you got to watch out on Amazon. There's some
I guess you're right.
cheap crap on there.
We lucked out then, I guess, because the case is really nice.
I mean, it has almost 2,000 reviews, 4.5 stars.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
I really like it.
And I mean, it was a really easy case to build in. We didn't have very many problems. Besides, the only thing that I have qualms about with this case is the back panel where the punch outs. Basically, you have to actually like punch them out. You have to like rip them out because they're like tack welded in.
Yeah,
and so you have to break those tack welds.
Like scraping against your
motherboard. Yeah, you almost have to plan ahead for
the
which
sound card
ports
is right
are going
next
to be.
to it.
Yeah.
We were like kind of bumping against it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. But other than that, it was really
cutter to get the.
Other than that, it was really easy to build in. We didn't really have any issues,
and it looks great.
Yeah, it does look good. Them RGB fans are real nice.
Yeah, the picture makes it look like that you can see into it a little bit easier, but the glass is like tempered, like dark glass. So like when it's not on.
When it's not on, you actually can't see into it. Yeah,
it's very hard to see inside of it.
So I think this picture has the glass not installed.
Yeah,
it just has the pegs installed. It doesn't have the actual glass in there, so you can see inside a little bit. And the stickers don't show up that good either.
No, not when it's on.
No.
But they didn't get them very centered.
Yes, so they look like they're jiggling.
Yeah, so it looks like, when someone's hubcap on their wheel is not set on right.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about.
Oh, we're frozen.
Oh, we lost our friggin' video
gosh,
again, dude. I don't understand what it is.
Oh, that's what we're doing testing for.
Yep.
At least they can still hear us, so we can keep going.
Yeah.
This will be a fun YouTube video to make.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just black us out during this time.
Or you can just leave it.
Video.
Who cares?
That's right. Put a little word on the screen. Back again soon.
So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Oh.
Hey, yeah, that works. That actually made it come back really fast, I think.
Yeah, I think it did. Well, way faster than it was before. Bear with us with these issues here. This is going to be an interesting podcast to upload too. You know what I'm saying?
Are these new followers over here?
So these are probably Facebook followers because these are like people that I know from my friends. It says 23 minutes ago, though, all these people followed, and that's not true because I definitely have seen these follows previously, so I'm not exactly sure what those are. And our webcam is gone completely.
Cool. That's what
Rookie streamer shaking my head. Yeah, dude. No, it's just a new setup, and we haven't figured out exactly quite how to do it. I'm not going to mess with the settings this time because it's a pain in the butt. He is not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not exactly a rookie. I've been doing this
like
for a few years, but actually a year and a half, I think.
I mean, we're rookie as far as like trying to make this this talk show happen like
True.
Easy.
True.
Yeah.
Rookie streamers.
Attractive, baby.
This should have.
I like Gringo Star because he said that.
Well, Gringo is actually one of our mods too, so he can change stuff for us.
Yeah.
Change stuff for us. I would have to give him permissions to do it though, and I haven't figured that out yet because I'm a rookie streamer, by the way.
Hey, last time we did this, we had the mods, like the factory mods on Streamlabs, and it was like,
oh yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah,
it was modding people out for putting like too many periods.
Zero Friends was like everything he typed. It was like redacted.
He got banned for like 2 seconds or whatever. Yeah. Or I guess
cool.
not banned. It was like timed out, I guess is what it was. But yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch and modding and all that is just a world that I don't know yet. Still got to do it. Figure it out.
I wore my blue shirt because when we do the whatever section here coming up, I got something I'm going to put on special for you that I'm not going to tell you about.
All right.
It's going to be sweet.
So stick around, everybody, if you want to see that.
Yeah. We're so dark.
Dude, I told you I wasn't going to change the setting because I don't want to get it screwed up.
Oh, let me try this.
Yeah, maybe you should get your lighting right, bro. That's a little better. Tight.
Does this work better?
We're scuffed right now, everybody. Very scuffed.
Yeah.
That's a little millennial term for you today. Scuffed. Doesn't look bad. I think it's fine. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
It could be that we're not used to looking
picky.
to it on the screen.
I'm so picky.
Yeah, you are very picky.
I'm so picky about
This
it.
is like the pickiest man on the face of the planet. You know what? I might.
You downloaded Discord so I can put this crap in here?
Well,
do
yeah.
I
So
put
I
it?
was gonna be able to chat with other people, but it's fine. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can do it online though,
Where
but
do
I would have to sign into my account. That's probably not.
Where do I
gonna
put this crap on?
happen. Just the general. There's a general in our
Chat in
Discord.
general?
Yep.
Okay.
A millennial trying to figure out how to use Discord, because you are technically still a millennial, right?
Yeah, I'm like the oldest millennial you can be, though.
And I'm the youngest, almost millennial that you can
We're
be.
10 years apart.
96, I think, is the cutoff.
96.
It depends on what graph you're looking at, because there's like 6 or 7 different like graphics or whatever online that tell you what the what the different age groups are. But
I didn't take a picture of the case. I mean, I took a picture of you through the case. You know, what's funny is that Brett was like, I stared at that picture for 10 minutes. I'm like,
Brett
why?
would though, right?
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
What was I gonna say, man? What's on your list of stuff? Oh, we got to talk about our New Year's resolutions, dude.
Yeah. You told me not to tell you the list.
You're right, but I'm saying like now that we're going through them, I didn't want you to tell me before.
My files are too powerful.
Yeah, they're too big.
Well, this is stupid. Not gonna do it.
No, get rid of it. Throw it out.
Okay, I do have a list though that I want to share. Yeah, we need to talk first off about our resolutions, because our last episode we did.
Yeah.
We
I feel like I look hunched. We talked about.
I don't know what's going on with my chair. I'm gonna buy one of them sick gaming chairs. What about that?
Don't do that. Buy the Staples Hyken chair. I swear by it. I love that chair. Hyken, the Hyken. It's an incredible chair. So if you're out there listening to this, definitely, if you're looking for an office chair, it's probably one of the most comfortable chairs you'll sit in. And it's really not that expensive. They go on sale all the time. They're like $200 regularly or something like that, but they go on sale for $129 or something, or 120. So you can get them at a decent price instead of $220 or something like that.
Staples Hiking. Cool.
Yeah, I've gamed in a Staples Hiking chair for like 3 years now, and I could sit in it for like 10 hours plus. Trust me, I've tried.
I sat in that thing.
Yeah, I definitely have.
No, okay. Well, I mean, our last episode we talked about resolutions. I mean, it actually was about resolutions. The whole thing, the whole episode. That was the intentions of it, because it was a quickie. But my intention, or my
same thing,
resolution,
kind of the same thing
for this past for 2020 is going to be and is supposed to be really to just be a nicer person. Like, generally to be a nicer person and more compassionate, to be specific.
And I had agreed that I need to do this as well, because I'm not very nice.
No, like
most of the time.
You know, I actually came to this realization in the last couple of months. Like, I can be a dick.
Yeah.
Like, I can.
Yeah.
And
me too.
I think a lot of it has to do with work, to be honest. Like, I have.
You get stressed out and then take it out on people.
Yeah. And I have a huge load of responsibility. So my like humor in things, like the way I see things and like the way that I react to things has definitely changed in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I'm maturing, you know, in my, you know, I don't know, the realization of how I react to things. So I'm able to self-criticize easier and better without being too harsh on myself, not getting down on myself. So I recognize it way easier. So like, I'm like, man, I'm being a jerk right now, and I need to not be. So I actually need practice to not be such a jerk, and mainly have more compassion, because I will see people do something, or I'll talk to somebody about something and they're telling me a problem that they have, and I have like no compassion. I'm just like, this sounds stupid, basically.
My problem that I have is that I constantly try to find a
what's up, Greg?
Greg. Greg, is this a Greg that you know?
This is a Greg that I know, yes.
Okay. All right, I was gonna say
not the Greg.
I know a Greg Borner, Boerner, and so I was like, wait, is that who I think it is? No, I can't. I didn't know if it was the right spelling or not. Anyways, hey, what's up? What's up, Greg? My problem that I have with this is somebody's confiding in me and has a problem and is describing a problem to me, and I immediately try to find a solution for them, and that's not what
and you need
they're
to be
asking
a
for.
listener.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I need to listen and just take it in, and that's most of the time what people need. They just need somebody to listen to what they're saying and listen to their problem. Then possibly you could ask them, hey, are you looking for a solution to this problem? Because I think I might be able to help you.
Would you like
that was the right way to approach it, not just blurting out a solution right away. Because that's what I try to do.
This is what you have to do. You didn't try this, idiot.
And so that's my big issue with not being compassionate is I don't give myself time to be compassionate. I just say, well, there's a solution to your problem. It's right in front of your face.
I feel like that's a little bit of mine, but it's more like I don't really want to fix it. Mine's more like, why are you telling me this? You did it to yourself. Leave me out of it.
Yeah.
That's almost like how harsh mine is, and it sucks.
It happens with my family more often than it does with people that I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm getting better at
backwards. It should be the opposite.
You would think so, right? Yeah. But I'm like more understanding with like, how would I say this? I guess I'm more compassionate with strangers than I am with my own family or like my wife particularly. Sure. And it actually has been a topic of conversation between me and her recently. It's like I would get mad or something and just tell her, well, you have this problem. Why don't you just solve it by doing this? And she's like, I'm not asking for you a solution.
I actually already know how to fix it. Yeah. I just need you to like listen for a second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how are you doing with this resolution? Because that was your resolution, right? And we agreed. I mean, I agreed that I was going to do it too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, since I decided to have this as a resolution, it's only been 31 days.
True. And so, you said it takes 60 days to start a habit, right?
It does take 60 days to form a habit, but that's like 60 consistent days. So it's probably going to take me
120.
3 or 4 months before I'm, legitimately doing better at it. I have thought about it quite a bit in the last 31 days, but, I even taught at youth group about it, mainly because I wanted to study it and I wanted to get better at it myself. And it was a good, kill two birds with one stone, because it's a great lesson for teens. I love those. So
I love killing two birds with one stone.
I know, regularly.
It's incredible.
I hate birds.
Yeah, those birds, those dang pigeons. I tell you what,
birds. And then I don't have to waste my stones.
Right, exactly.
Get better at
those stones are expensive.
They are. I don't know. I've been doing better. I feel like the main thing that makes it hard is I still don't necessarily care about other people more than I feel like I should care about my family, and I am harsher on my family. Especially with my kids, like I always have solutions for them, always, because I know better than them.
When you're older and you have you're wiser,
and I am smarter than a 5th grader, you silly little 5th grader. I remind her all the time that I'm smarter than a 5th grader, but I'm not really. Kids are so incredibly smart; it's crazy,
and their brains like learn so quickly. Compared to an adult. Yeah,
they're so much smarter. But I want to be nicer, and I have. There's been some days where I really sucked at it. These last 31 days, and then some days that are definitely better. Because I'm one thing like that I know would be best to be nicer and more compassionate for my wife is to like do like acts of service, because that's how she really responds to that really well. So, I do not know how to do the laundry as well as my wife. Like, I'm not even close.
I'm not even going to try to say that I know how to do laundry better than my wife, because I definitely don't.
Like, she does so much better at like making sure the kids' clothes don't have stains on them. Like, she sprays them ahead of time, lets them sit with the proper amount of time, folds clothes when they're hot, so they don't get wrinkled. I'm just like, I don't have any.
I'm the exact same way, and I guarantee there's a bunch of male viewers out there that are exactly the same way as us too.
Yeah, because my goal is we have a huge pile of laundry and I want to get them clean. Mm-hmm. And the more time that I waste separating them,
the more annoyed you get with doing it.
Yeah, it's just gonna take longer.
The less likely you are to actually finish it, right?
Yeah. So, we traded actually this last week. I told her, I was like, I'm gonna do a bunch of laundry, and I'm gonna do it the wrong way, according to you. Like, and I'm sorry about that, but we need to bust a bunch of it out, and then
so you can catch up.
Yeah. Because our goal is to actually change our process on how we do it. We want, my kids to actually, they're getting old enough where they need to start doing their own laundry.
Yeah, and I got to that point when I was there too. I mean, like your parents start to teach you how to do it, and then you should be doing your own laundry so that you don't like end up having dirty clothes and going to school with dirty clothes on, right?
So probably my laundry and my wife's laundry will still be together, and we can team up and do that. And then my son, who's 15, can do his own laundry or go to school with dirty clothes.
Yeah, I think high school was like the cutoff for me where I started doing my own laundry.
Yep. So he's got the rest of this 8th grade
My
year.
mom's probably watching like, nah, that ain't true.
No,
he definitely didn't start watching
that ain't true, Phil.
Yeah,
no.
Sorry, Mom.
But I don't know. It's been going better. There's different ways that I'm discovering that I can do things better. I try not to get so frustrated with a few things that my kids do. And, I'm picking up on little signals. Like my daughter will say things like, can we play a board game tonight? And usually I'm like, oh man, I got so much junk to do. We got to cook dinner. I got to go to bed. But really, she's not really asking if we can play a board game. She's just asking, can we spend some time together?
Yeah.
So, yes, of course the answer is yes. It may not be a board game, but of course we can. And that's something I've been getting better at. And why my kids are 11 and 15 now, and we're just figuring this out. I feel like I've done okay, but I want to get better at things. I always want to.
Well, you can always strive to be better, and you can always try to get better. There's no like maximum amount of compassion you can have for somebody.
Dude. You
can always increase it.
One of the best encouragements that I've had in this process so far, was watching Joe Rogan podcast with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I've actually watched that one.
Kevin Hart is like the poster child for being positive minded all the time,
determined,
he is
always doing something.
There's no way that I will ever have as much energy as he has.
He's so crazy.
But I would like to be as nice as Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
he just cares about everybody, and that's his ultimate goal in life, is just to make people's life better.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah, he talked about a lot of initiatives that he's trying to start to help people do things. I can't remember exactly what he was trying to do, but
everything's like named Heartbeat something.
Yeah, and because he was starting a nutrition company or something. He was doing like supplements or something that. But he was also trying to teach people how to do something. I can't remember what it was, but he was trying to hold like class. Yeah, that's what it was. He was trying to hold classes for that, and I think
his
that's
reasoning
incredible.
behind it was like he sucked at money with money.
Mm-hmm.
He went through this whole thing where, he was scared because he owed a bunch of taxes, and he was not doing any financial things correct.
When you become a millionaire, your finances get fairly complicated to handle.
Yeah, but he said he just he got to this point to where he wanted to buy everything in his family, everything. He bought everybody a house, bought everybody a car, and then he was like, wait a second, I don't have that much money, So,
and you got to pay taxes on all that.
For sure. So then he went through this basically treatment, with people, advisors and things like that, and really paid attention.
Like
and listened.
The Dave Ramsey. He basically read Dave Ramsey's book.
Yeah, and he changed it around, and now his motivation is, someone taught me this, and now I know, and I know all these people that don't know. I'm going to teach them too. Because
this guy is so busy though. It's how does he have time to do everything he's doing? He's got to spend a year or two coming up with a comedy act that's an hour long.
Yep.
To film specials and go on tour with and all that. And then
he does almost 200 shows to prepare for that.
Right. And then he does movies. He's an actor.
Yeah.
And then has he done a TV show yet? I don't know if he has. And then he's creating a nutrition company, and now he wants to do this financial stuff on the side. It's like, when is this guy ever going to burn out?
Yeah, he's written a book.
Yeah, I think he has done that.
And he said he doesn't read. So he's like, I wrote
I
a
don't
book,
read either.
but I don't read. He's like,
Kevin Hart's one of my favorite comedians. I don't know if I've ever told you that. But.
Yeah, and I really liked that. What he said about he has restrictions on his own comedy. Like, he does think that there's a lot of things that are funny, but him as a comedian, he's going to restrict himself to doing things that are based on compassion still. So he's not going to get into like dark comedy, and it doesn't mean he doesn't think that's funny. He's just not going to be performing it himself.
Yeah, and there's other comedians that Joe Rogan has talked to that there's a girl comedian, I can't remember what her name is, but she talked about the same thing where she won't talk about certain things, or there were certain things that she couldn't talk about in certain places that she'd go.
Yeah.
Especially because they weren't funny to certain people. Like when you're doing a show down in like the South, down in Florida and everything, and they think way differently about stuff than people would in California or up here in the northern states like Montana and Washington. It would be way different. Like the culture differences from those two states, like even just in the U.S. is crazy.
Do you think people in Florida think that the Florida man, like news articles and stuff, are funny?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Like Florida man climbs up on a light pole, tries to poop on cars.
What? That's like headlines that come out of Florida or something.
Like Florida man. Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
I don't think
most of them are real.
These.
Like
that's funny.
And this,
I'll have to look these up.
Yeah, there's like a website dedicated towards Florida man articles.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, people in Florida are crazy. Yeah,
man, you learn something new every day because I definitely did not know about that. The Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Well, I mean, that's the update on how mine has been going. I should ask you because I mean you told me a little bit, but
compassion is going a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean that it comes with communication too, because like if you can't communicate what your problem is in the first place with something, so Sarah was like upset that I wasn't as compassionate as I should be, but she didn't know. She wouldn't tell me what she was mad about or what she was upset with or what frustrated her with. What she was frustrated about very easily. Like it was like I had to pry the information out of her as to why she was mad or upset or any of that. And so the communication has to be there to let you know if you're not being compassionate enough in the first place, because somebody who has been not very compassionate in the past for a very long time, I mean, it's hard to realize when you're doing it. Like you were saying, you have to train yourself to realize that you aren't being compassionate at that time and you're just being mean.
Yeah. What about like your parents and your brothers? I mean, are they compassionate people? Like, did you grow up around? Because you have to be taught things as well. Like, you're not just naturally. Some people are.
I don't know.
But
I guess
I'm not a naturally compassionate
I guess I haven't really
person.
thought into it like that. I'm trying to work on myself, and I haven't thought into like whether I was brought up with compassionate people or not.
Well, you have to learn it, somewhere.
Yeah.
If you're not naturally.
And I think right now I'm learning it from my wife.
Cool.
Yeah. So and it's a cool journey to go on.
What's she learning from you?
Literally nothing, because I'm dumb. I know nothing. She knows how to do laundry. She knows how to be compassionate, and I know how to do nothing.
Yeah, useless joke.
Yep, I'm literally useless.
Well, join the club.
I guess she's probably learning to slow down because she likes to like speed through things really quickly all the time. And I've been trying to like tell her, hey, you need to slow down. There are steps that you need to do that you should follow so you don't end up with a mess at the end. It's like one thing that happened today, actually. She was peeling the garlic and she just like peels it on the counter. And it's like there's a garbage can that you could go stand over and peel the like flaky stuff off.
Yeah.
Because then it ends up on the floor, and then it ends up like broken up when somebody steps on it, and then it ends up like over in the living room when our kitchen is like pretty far away from our living room. It's like why is a garlic flake over here when it should be in the garbage can? What you can do is you can slow down, go over to the garbage can, take all the flakes off, and then go crush it and cut it up. Like it's really add that to your steps of things to do, and you'll be fine. She just wants to get dinner done. Like she wants to cook it really fast so that she can get to eat and then do whatever she wants to do with the rest of the night.
Sure.
But you have to slow down, and it's easier to keep things clean that way too. You don't have to spend like say 30 minutes afterwards cleaning up the kitchen because you got garlic flakes everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that. Garlic skin? Is there a skin on garlic? I don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's like onions. It's got a bunch of layers, so it's like the outer protective layer.
Yeah. It's the flaky, dry, old, nasty part of the garlic that you take off before you cut it up. But
just eat it.
So I guess she's learning that from me. But the rest of my New Year's resolutions are
Is she still on here?
going terribly. I don't think she is.
Oh, it's a husk.
I guess it's a garlic husk. You're right. Technically, yeah. Thanks, Gringo, for the definition. The other New Year's resolutions are going terribly.
Yeah.
I am drinking more water, but I'm not drinking the amount that I wanted to. But the goal of 64 ounces a day was just to get me to start drinking water in the first place. Because as I talked about before, I was not drinking water at all.
No.
Like I was drinking a soda, and then I'd come home and have another soda, and then that was like my liquid intake for the day, and that was it. And I've noticed that like today, I didn't drink. I drank a coffee in the morning, and then I didn't drink water until like 3 p.m.
Yeah,
and I was like exhausted. I did not feel good. I almost felt sick because I didn't drink water this morning. And so I'm noticing that it's making a huge difference just drinking. I mean, I've been drinking at least one of my big water bottle a day, which has been good, but it's not as much as I want.
Sure.
So I guess you couldn't say that they're going
so
terribly.
Good.
No, it's not. It's awful. I hate water. I still don't like it. Like
really?
I'm just like forcing it down. Yeah, I hate water.
Oh man, that's so sad. So where do you get your water though? Like, what does it come? How?
I mean, we have a fridge with a filter in it. I just replaced the filter too, so it's
so
better.
It's not like it tastes weird.
No, it's not that it tastes bad. I don't know. I just don't like water.
That's weird.
I mean, I used to drink like 5 Cokes or Pepsis, whatever it was, a day. Like that was what I drank, and I just like having the carbonation and the taste. I don't know.
You know, you wouldn't tell because I've been sucking on this monster right here, but like I would say 90% of what I drink is either
we've talked about this. You drink way too much water.
Coffee, water, and tea.
Yeah.
And I drink way too much water. I mean, not really.
Like drown yourself.
But yeah, I drink water a lot. I'm always thirsty. And it's like the opposite of my wife. She is like you and doesn't like water and doesn't drink anything. And she actually stopped ordering pop when we go to a restaurant because you have to pay for it for one, and she never drinks it.
Yeah, and it's $2.50 a piece.
Yeah, she'll get like this big tall glass that we paid, $2.50 for, and she drinks this much of it. And so now my son, he'll order a pop because he drinks it, and she'll take sips off of it and order water. And it's just smarter because
that would make me so mad. I'm somebody that doesn't share.
Oh,
I cannot share I'll go to like McDonald's or something, and I'll ask her, "Hey, do you want some fries?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "Really? You're gonna say no here? Like, actually no? Because you're not having any of mine."
Yeah, they're mine.
I get so like possessive over food. It's weird. It's mostly only with food.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like sharing food.
No, I mean it's weird in general to share food. I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, especially if it's like everything's portioned for one person.
Yep. Shouldn't be sharing that.
Yeah, no.
But McDonald's is definitely not portioned for one person, so.
No, it's portioned for an American.
So we're classifying Americans as not people.
Yeah, no.
Not one person. They are 2 people.
Yeah,
1.5 persons.
We're a small percentage of the world. So,
True.
And they're still portioned to what we prefer. So yeah. Yeah, that crap's still portioned to an American.
Yeah. What are my other resolutions? Driving Uber, definitely haven't done that. That's one thing that I've completely failed at.
I was gonna save the other thing for last because I was gonna ask you about it.
What's the other hold on. Well, let me talk about Uber here for a second. So at the beginning of this month, it was freezing cold, like very cold.
Very cold.
Like it was in the negatives for a few days.
Yep.
My car lost 60% of its range in those days.
Oof.
Like I only had 30 miles per day to drive.
Yeah, you drove over here.
Yeah.
Which is like 6 miles, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's 6 miles.
Yeah, and I lost like 25 miles or something in that 6-mile drive.
Yeah,
of range.
that's crazy.
Because the heater is trying so hard to keep it warm in the car that like I could turn the heater off and it probably would have been fine.
Sure.
But also the battery does not like being cold. I mean, electronics in general don't like being like super cold. They like being colder.
Being hot.
Right.
Yeah.
They like being like in a mid-range temperature of like anywhere from 35 degrees. It has to be above freezing basically because there's electrolytes in the battery that can freeze. And so,
what about like since we're in Montana and the weather fluctuates 110 degrees?
That's the other thing is they don't like big fluctuations in less than a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Because we'll have a
today
70
61 degrees.
Yeah, and it's going to be
in 2 days. It's going to be 20 degrees.
Yeah, that's a 40 to 50 degree difference in less than 48 hours. That's pretty crazy. That's a pretty
tough
crazy
on an
swing.
electric car.
Yes, it will be sure.
What about when it's like 110 degrees in August for like a week straight?
Well, it's really not good to be. Well, for a week straight is fine. It can be for short periods of time for heat.
Yeah.
But if you have an electric car in Arizona, the battery will degrade like
really fast,
very quickly. Like less than 5 years, probably your battery would be shot.
Crazy.
Yeah, they were having problems with that with the Prius when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
People in Arizona were buying them, and they were like, the batteries were crapping out left and right because it's just too hot down there. I mean, it's like 120 degrees in the summer sometimes there.
Oof.
It melts the garbage cans.
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
Terrible built garbage cans. Can melt
Oh, it's the garbage can's fault. They just need to color the garbage cans differently. If they weren't black, they'd probably be fine.
Right, and it's 110 degrees, but then it radiates heat. So then that garbage can probably reaches 200 plus degrees.
Yeah, I would not want to touch one of those. I mean, I remember when I was a kid bringing the garbage can back up into the house in the
metal
summer.
Handle is
terrible. Yeah, it would burn your hand. And oh, that was awful. That was the worst.
Yes.
It
gets freaking hot here, though.
But yeah, so that was my big reason for not
Just
Ubering.
Not for as long.
That was my big reason for not Ubering in the beginning of this month was because it was just way too cold. And so I've been kind of waiting for it to warm up. It warmed up like, I guess last week. But then last week I went on a snowmobile trip with my father-in-law. And so over the week, I was gone for 4 days. And those were the 4 days that I probably would have Ubered within. So I was like, well, darn it. I haven't Ubered at all in January. So February, here we come.
All right. Well, are you going to double the amount of Ubering that you would have done in February because of that?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Gringo's over here in the chat saying the back of the UPS trucks or cars are literal ovens in the summer. People's HelloFresh stuff cooks in the car. Oh, no.
that
would be awful.
That would be.
They're normally pretty well insulated, but I can see where they would definitely get too hot and cook. Because I've had HelloFresh delivered for, I think we did it for like 2 months. We got a bunch of their menu cards, like their recipes. Yeah. And now we just use their recipes with stuff we buy from the store because it's cheaper and it wastes less cardboard and all that.
That's kind of funny.
There's a ton of waste that goes into HelloFresh. I mean, the box you get every week, the like cold packs that you get every week, the insulation that's in the box every week, that all gets thrown out.
Not really a green option.
No, and they claim to be, well, then they claim to be like, oh, it's all locally resourced food and all that. And it's like the millennial heaven or whatever. But really it's like the trash
really
trash that comes out of that is pretty ridiculous. I mean, they're like, you should recycle the cardboard. But in Montana, you go to like cardboard recycling place, they're not going to recycle it. They're going to take it to the dump.
Yeah.
Nothing gets recycled here. Even if you do like put it in a recycle bin, it all gets put in the same trash bin and taken to the dump.
Some cardboard does, but it has to be specific because we
there are
so much
types.
cardboard at our work. But if it's corrugated, like corrugated cardboard is like a lot.
Are you saying corrugated?
Corrugated.
You said corrugated. I love it.
Corrugated.
Everybody says stuff differently, and it's funny when you come across a word that somebody says differently.
I said corrugated.
Corrugated.
Yeah, that cardboard is like cereal boxes or, every little snack box or anything like that. Or,
are you saying it has to be corrugated to?
No, corrugated is not recyclable.
Oh, okay.
But it has to be.
What makes it not recyclable?
I don't know.
Maybe I guess you're probably not an expert on recycling.
Oh, you know it. I'm an expert on cardboard alone.
Oh wow. No. You sound boring. Are you fun at parties?
Very, very. As long as everybody's sleeping, it's really fun.
You're ridiculous.
I don't know. They just told us, the guys that recycle, but they're like, you can't put corrugated cardboard in here. We can't recycle it. It just has to be like the cardboard that has the little waves in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. Wait, that's corrugated to me. What is What is the definition of corrugated cardboard? Because I feel like corrugated is the stuff with the stuff in the middle. Corrugated cardboard. Yeah, see, look. That's what I'm saying. See, like, this is corrugated cardboard to me. I thought this was the recyclable stuff.
Okay, so maybe they were saying that they can only take corrugated cardboard.
Okay, that makes sense. Corrugated.
Corrugated.
Oh, that's funny.
Corrugated.
Hey, Ty. Ty Bloom saying hi.
Oh, what up, Ty?
But yeah, so
I need to go hang out with Ty and
Uber's not great. What were you gonna ask me?
I was gonna say, how's your push-ups going?
Not well. So actually, I did do them for the first probably 2 weeks, and Sarah was actually doing them with me. She
Nice.
wasn't doing as many, but she was starting to do the push-ups with me, and we kind of made
encouraging you.
Yeah.
She wanted
We kind
to
of were
join?
like doing them together, and she would say, "Hey, do you want to do push-ups at night, like right
Yeah.
before we're going to sleep or something?" And we just bang them out real quick, and then it was. I did it for I think a week and a half or so, or 2 weeks, and then I just got lazy because stuff got super stressful at work, and I'm just like, I come home from work and I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit and veg out and chill.
It's so relatable.
Yeah, it's just awful. But I want to get back into it. So what's today? Is today February 1st?
Today is the foist.
The foist? All right,
Yes.
well, I got to do some push-ups after this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do them during the whatever section, and you can keep people occupied while I do my push-ups and I get real sweaty.
We can wait till we're done and I'll do some with you.
All right, sounds good. So that's not going well. So
Yeah.
just so you know. What else did I have? Was that it? Water, Uber, push-ups.
I know.
I feel like I had. Oh, the one more was the compassion. So I think we're through.
Yeah,
We're updated.
I don't know. I feel like lame because
It only took us an hour.
well, half of that was like we were like this
screwing around, figuring out our setup.
frozen.
How many push-ups? I'm trying to do like, what was it? 50 push-ups a day. I think it was 50 because it wasn't 100 because the 100 was the challenge that the other dude did that I saw.
You were adding one every day of the month.
That's not what I was doing. I was trying to do 50 push-ups a day. And I was doing, I can do 50 push-ups in a day. I actually could only do, at first I could only do 10 in a like set.
Yeah.
So I'd do 10 and then I'd wait, say an hour or I would do like, I'd wait like maybe 3 or 4 minutes and then do 10 more.
Yeah.
But now I can do like 20 or 25 in a row. So, I mean, I made progress within that just 2 weeks of time doing push-ups every day. So
that's good.
Yeah,
You can tell there's progress.
Yeah, I was impressed with myself because I definitely haven't done push-ups in a long time.
Sounds like maybe something I should join you with, and then maybe we can keep each other.
I was
more
texting you. Remember, I was like, "Oh, I got to do 5 more push-ups before." I was like 11:58 or something.
Yeah, and I was like, "Did you do your push-ups yet?" And you're like, "Crap." I
Yeah.
was like, I still got to do. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm glad that things are. I mean, everybody's gonna fail at something. You're not gonna be perfect at it. So
Yeah.
I like that you're still ready to
Still
get up and go and do
still on my
things.
mind.
For sure. Yeah, I'll keep you encouraged. You keep me encouraged.
Yeah.
On it.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
All right. Next up on the list, what do we got?
Oof. Kobe Bryant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not just say Kobe Bryant
I know.
because
I was gonna discuss that as well.
All right.
Because this is the general thing.
It makes me so mad. People are like, "Oh, Kobe
Yes.
Bryant died." I'm like, "Yeah, so did his 13-year-old daughter, like
Yeah.
that only lived on this earth for 13 years." Like
Yeah.
that's just oh my god. That to me
And 6 other people.
because I don't really have I didn't ever like look up to Kobe, I guess, because I didn't watch basketball. I wasn't somebody who really like cared very much about that sport or any sports besides hockey anyways. So Kobe Bryant wasn't somebody that I really like knew a lot about in the first place.
Yeah.
And it just makes me sad that people are like focusing so much on Kobe. But I guess because he's the famous one, the super famous one who, built his empire from the ground up. But like, it just makes me sad when people don't acknowledge that there was her, and then there was 3 or 4 other people in that
I think
helicopter.
there was a total of 6, maybe 7 people total.
Yeah, so 4
Yeah.
or 5
Yeah.
other people besides them that were in that
One was
crash.
like a baseball coach, college baseball coach or something like that. And dude, Ty, if we come work out with you, Ty,
I might die.
yeah,
I'd be dead. Total of 9, Gringo saying.
I'll come shoot guns with you. How about that? Yeah, total of 9. Yeah, that's. I
So
mean,
7 other people.
sure. And one life is not more important than the other. Like that's
he may have
my-
affected a lot more people than any of those other
True.
people that were on the flight, but
Yes.
it's still
People die all the time, every day that I don't even think about. But I do know Kobe. Like I know of him and have seen him and watched him and thought about him a bunch actually because before this happened, I didn't really like the guy.
Really?
Yeah, like I was not super impressed ever by Kobe because I thought that he was a little arrogant, but I haven't, he retired in what, 2015 or 16?
I have no idea. Don't ask me
that.
any facts about this man because I do not know.
Okay. But he's been retired. And since then, I mean, nobody talks about him really up until this point. And I say his name all the time because every time I shoot something in the garbage can, I'm like, Kobe.
That's about the only time I've ever used his name.
Yeah, for sure. But like when I was really focused into sports and like trying to really like the NBA, I mean, when maybe I was senior in high school or just fresh into college, there was Kobe was involved in a bunch of different scandals, like rape and things like that, and it's like it was hard to.
Yeah, I saw some Twitter posts about that.
It's hard to be a fan of somebody like that.
Yeah, I saw some Twitter posts about that where people were like, everybody's just forgetting about the fact that he like raped a few people or whatever. I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't know this about him, but
right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's to me, with limited knowledge of it, it's like, to me, it just seems like because he's rich and famous, he just got away with stuff. And I'm not cool with that. So, and I don't really try to look up to people or respect people that do terrible things to other people, So it was just hard for me to actually be a fan of Kobe. Not necessarily like I don't like him. I never met him before. I don't even know anything about him, really. Yeah. But I'm just not a fan of Kobe. So, plus the Lakers. I don't like the Lakers.
I mean, I don't even watch. I don't think I have ever.
I'm a fan of Shaq.
Sat through
Shaq
an entire basketball and NBA game on like watching TV. I haven't been to a professional one, any of that. So, I mean, I might have been to a professional one, but it was maybe for a school thing or something, and I didn't care.
I have, because of some friends that I have that are interested in the NBA, and they're like, so I've like Brett. I've watched several full-length games with Brett because he likes watching NBA. So
now college basketball though.
Yeah,
I've watched college basketball. I mean like
February
the
and
March Madness, incredible.
Yeah,
I'll watch
very
that.
Exciting.
I'll watch every game.
Yeah, about February
because they're
March,
actually playing. They're actually
Mm-hmm.
playing for something. They care.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the problem that I see with the NBA is these guys get paid so much money, and their championship really doesn't mean a terrible amount. It's like,
I mean, it seems like that, but I think that's probably still not true. They probably
they probably really do care,
just
but
have
it just
different
doesn't look
motivations
like
now.
it. I mean, they're out there and they're just lollygagging around is what it looks like to me. But
yeah,
I don't watch
they've made it.
basketball, so
You're right. There is a
I'm
different
not
motivation,
an
I'm sure,
expert.
because they've made it now. When you're in college basketball, what, less than 10% of college basketball players make it to the NBA? So,
yeah.
I mean, that's a goal for sure.
I mean, it's the same thing that
you made it
with the NHL and college hockey. I mean,
and
I like
NFL,
watching,
baseball.
I like watching college hockey more than I like watching the NHL, even though in the NHL, it still looks like they're actually really trying for something.
Yeah.
So I come here for the hot takes. So he was messaging me yesterday about downloading Apex and playing Apex, and deleting Fortnite. And I was like, I'm not gonna delete the only game I'm good at. He's like, hot take, like it's a comedic thing that I'm saying. A-hole. Mm-hmm. Personally, I like college sports more because of the love of the sport. They're not getting paid to do it, like you said, Phil. Well, yeah. The other thing really is like sometimes they are getting paid, like in endorsements and stuff like that, which they're not supposed to be, but they sometimes do. Isn't there like some legislation or something going through that they might be able to get paid in college now?
Yeah, there's been some controversy the last couple of years about players being coerced into different colleges and things like that because of deals that they can get with.
Well, that's been going on since the dawn of time. I mean,
yeah, but it's even more so come out in the light with stuff, and they're actually like basically professional basketball players that are like college teams basically signing professional basketball players. They need to be a college and a university, and like that the education should be the focus, and people would get upset about it. And I don't think it's really fair to other college basketball players and things. So I mean, I guess they're right to some extent, but at the same time, like it's sports, people, like come on, who really cares like that much to throw a big fit about it? But maybe I just don't know enough information about it.
Yeah.
Mark says, "What's up?" By the way.
And then he just said, "Take your shirt off already, Phil."
Oh yeah, well,
Mark. Well, I'm definitely not going to do that, but I am like bursting out of the shirt, aren't I? I'm just kidding. Well, let's wrap the sports talk up, I guess, because
for sure.
Really sad that Kobe died, regardless of whether he was a good person or a bad person. Anytime someone passes away, it's a sad deal, and I feel for his family for sure because isn't he survived by his wife, two daughters, and
more daughters.
Does he have a son? I don't think he has. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, regardless, he's survived by a decent amount of family, and that's always really sad. I mean, if you think about it in your terms, where if you were gone and your wife had to,
it'd be really hard.
Subsequently take care of the kids and live the rest of her life without you. I mean, that sucks. It's like the worst thing that could possibly happen in my eyes. I mean, if my wife passed away, that would be devastating. Sure. I can't even imagine what it would be like. So really sad deal. Yeah,
for sure. And, I totally understand that people are huge fans of Kobe.
Or not huge fan, like the complete opposite.
Sure.
Yeah. And I mean, you have your right to feel however you want to feel.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know really much about him, honestly. Like, to say anything, but I do understand, that people, it was kind of a hurtful, devastating thing. It's like somebody that they may have looked up to for a long time.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me, where people idolized him, and it was somebody that they looked up to since they were a kid, and it's somebody that's pushed them to do greater things in their life throughout their life. So, I mean, if somebody like that was like that in my life passed away, it would be probably just as devastating.
I honestly started thinking about it. Like, who do I idolize like that? Because I feel like, in my own opinion, in my very educated opinion, I feel like that's kind of an unhealthy.
It depends on how
obsession.
It depends on if it becomes an obsession or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
If you are obsessed, then I think it's a little bit unhealthy. But
I mean, even then, I thought about like my favorite bands or my favorite sports teams, and what if this person died? Like, how would I feel about it? And I'm like, I don't see myself. Yeah, I don't see myself like, wearing a jersey for a week straight.
Right. But here we come back with the whole compassion thing here. NALO.
Yeah, I guess
we're some of the like least compassionate people on the face of the planet, and so people are probably like, dude, these guys are just a-holes. Why are they talking about this? Let's move on. I don't like this. Yeah. Let's get out of this conversation.
Rip Kobe.
Yep, rip Kobe.
Rip Kobe.
Rip.
Yeah.
Kobe.
I'm still going to say it. It's not like I'm going to stop saying Kobe.
Someone in the chat was like, don't let that tradition die.
Yeah, good.
Oh, we won't.
No. You can't stop saying the cool stuff like that.
No.
That's why he said Kobe. He didn't say Shaq.
Yeah, because Shaq always bricked it.
Right. Maybe I should.
At least from what I heard, because I don't watch basketball.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know the next subject. Okay.
What's the next subject?
We talk about Elon Musk a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Because the Cybertruck and
and he's just
Joe
ridiculous.
Rogan.
He's a funny thing to talk about.
He is. He's got a crazy personality. He's a character.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about Elon Musk. But he produces music sometimes.
I guess.
So he had one other song.
Is this a new thing, or has he? Was it like a while ago that he did one before?
Yeah, he produced a song before, and it was related to some news thing that happened. I don't know. I knew it, but I'm forgetting it right now. But he wrote a new song, just came out a couple days ago. I think actually even yesterday. And it's a techno song.
Yeah, so the only thing that I saw on this was I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
And so I saw some pictures of him in the studio recording something. I was like, wait, he produces music? This is crazy. I haven't heard it or anything yet. So
the article I clicked on was Elon Musk's techno song is a banger.
Is a banger.
So I clicked. I was like, what? So I clicked on it and I listened to it on SoundCloud, and I'm like, it's all right. There's like so much better stuff on No Copyright Sounds. But
yeah.
All right. Half of the songs we listen to and have on our podcast are like way better.
Yep.
But it was all right.
Well, I can't say yep because I actually haven't heard it yet, but yep.
We'll listen to it afterwards and comment on our page.
On our whatever section. Yeah. We could do that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right.
And we can't listen to it on our thing.
Yeah, we can.
I mean,
you can't. I mean, whatever. If it gets copyright striked on YouTube, whatever.
We'll get muted or something.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Anyway, I just want to tell you and remind you that Elon Musk has a techno.
Have you seen him? So before we started the show, he kind of gave me a list of what we were talking about. But have you seen? And I asked him if it was about the dancing that he did on stage at the China event.
I did see that.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, because people have made GIFs about it already, and it's hilarious. But it's like your typical engineer trying to dance. It's hilarious.
It was like so typical.
My wife always tells me that I'm good at dancing, but there's no way. I definitely look like Elon Musk on the dance floor. There's no way that I'm good.
No way. No, it's the opposite of that.
He is ridiculous.
Phil, I think you're a good dancer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, so wholesome here on the Oh Yeah podcast. Oh Yeah show.
Hey,
are we changing the name? Are we
I have
do
a
Oh Yeah
video
show?
of you.
Oh yeah, you do.
I'll put it in the Discord.
Okay.
Okay.
You may have to upload it to YouTube and then link it because it may be too big.
Probably.
On Discord. Yeah, that's kind of the thing you have to do. You have to like link stuff. Whatever.
I mean, we might even be able to watch it in the whatever section. But
we could do that, yeah.
You were a little tipsy, I think, when I recorded it.
Wait, when was this?
This was in Denver.
Oh, I don't think I've seen this. I was probably a little bit tipsy.
Yeah, everyone else was sitting down, and you were just like,
oh, I do remember this. Yeah, I do remember. I didn't know you took a video of me, though. That's funny.
Yeah, you were twerking. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, our opening songs are like definitely 10.
So Elon Musk made a song.
He did. That's
right.
really it. I mean, there's not much news in that or much discussion to have. For everyone, go listen to
it's
his
on
song.
SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Go to SoundCloud. Listen to that Elon Musk song.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Oh, I wanted to comment on, since we talk about Joe Rogan a lot and we think that his podcast is really excellent and awesome, but he almost got canceled this week.
What makes you get canceled?
Well, like,
because his main like platform is YouTube, right?
Yes,
but
YouTube is very like
they're very
controversially like politically strict.
I mean, there are podcasts that are specifically geared toward people who use YouTube as a platform and like they upload, and it's just them talking about how YouTube sucks and their like policies and how they should change things.
Joe Rogan does all the time. Like, he talks bad about YouTube, but I actually don't think he ever says anything good about YouTube.
But it makes him so much money.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's in like this point where he knows that they need him or they want him, because Joe Rogan could go anywhere. Like,
yeah, he really could.
If YouTube dropped,
people would
Joe
follow
Rogan.
no matter what. I mean, it's the same thing that happened with Ninja. I mean, Ninja was streaming on Twitch for a long time. I mean, he streamed on Twitch for a very long time, and Mixer wanted to grow their fan base and basically gave him a deal to move over there. And I mean, he still gets 10,000 to 12,000 people watching him every day.
Yeah.
And that viewership is an incredible amount to have move from one platform to the next, because they got to make a new account, then they got to subscribe on the new platform, and it's a whole deal. So, I mean, it takes a lot for people to move over and do that kind of thing. And Joe Rogan is somebody that could definitely do that.
Somebody would easily, I mean, Amazon, Netflix,
millions
Hulu,
and
all
billions
of those people,
and billions and billions. And
yeah, if YouTube dropped him, he would be somewhere else easily, real quick.
Yeah,
but he almost got, banned or canceled on YouTube.
Were you saying it was because of political reasons?
Yeah,
like he was talking about political things.
Yeah, I think it was Monday of this last week. The first I heard about it was, someone had shared the Ben Shapiro Daily Wire video, and the title was Joe Rogan YouTube Joe Rogan Experience gets canceled. So I like clicked on it. I was like, "What? Are you serious? Like, Joe Rogan got canceled?" So, and it was kind of clickbait, but
kind of like fake news, but not fake news.
But yeah, that's the consequence he was facing, and it didn't happen. But essentially, just like last month, he had Bernie Sanders on his show.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
And they had a really good conversation about stuff, and it was really interesting to listen to.
I've heard a lot of bad things about Bernie.
Yeah.
But listening to their conversation, I mean, I like the guy. Maybe I don't like some of his policies that he has, but I mean, he's got some good ideas.
Yeah, that's why you can't really listen to, haters. You really
the
just
news
gotta,
is awful. Like,
yeah.
I swear you have to have, and they don't give him enough time. Like, and he talked about this on
Yeah.
the show. Like, they gave him 25 minutes or 20 minutes or something to talk about all of their policies. Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, and
those
he's really a big
policies-
advocate for like climate stuff. So,
Yeah.
and that's really hard to explain to people, and they only give
Especially
you like
to people who don't
at
know
most
about it.
20 minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Especially to people who don't know about climate and science,
Yeah.
and because I mean, most congressmen or senators or any of those people that make law are like not
educated in what.
well.
they're
I mean,
doing.
they're educated in the fact that they have maybe a 4-year degree.
No,
or
I mean like
maybe an
in the
8-year degree.
specific policy
in
they're
law.
talking about,
Right.
and trying to pass.
But they're not scientists. They're not
Yeah.
engineers. They're not. I mean, some of them may be, but there's a lot of them that are not.
Sure.
And it's hard to
They're
talk to
lifelong
somebody.
politicians.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And politician is like basically just trying to get reelected. To me, in my
Yes.
mind, that's what a politician is.
Yep.
I'll do anything to get reelected into office. Doesn't matter what
Sure.
I have to do.
Because your ultimate goal is to get into a position where you get paid for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But essentially, what happened with Joe was that he was in an interview. I think that's what happened. He was in an interview, and someone asked him in the upcoming election, who is he most likely to vote for? Which is a loaded question in its own.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're not supposed to talk about that stuff. Even like us, like it's a bad idea for us to be any kind of influence on anybody else
Absolutely.
through a platform like this
Mhm.
on who to vote for,
Mhm.
or having any kind of platform and influencing people. And he said that he would most likely vote for Bernie Sanders, and he gave a bunch of reasons, but that's what people got hung up on. Is Joe Rogan is going to vote for Bernie Sanders.
Well, of
And-
course, that's going to be the headline if he says something like that.
Yeah, so it got blown hugely out of proportion, and a lot of people that never even watch Joe Rogan, they don't even know that he even has a show. They just know he's a celebrity and he's endorsing Bernie Sanders. But a big problem about this was that Bernie Sanders took that as an endorsement and went and announced that Joe Rogan endorsed him.
And honestly,
His campaign
because
did anyway.
honestly, because Joe, well, and that could have been a thing that happened was his campaign made
Yes.
an announcement and not Bernie himself.
That's probably
Because
true.
that stuff happens too. But
That kind of
that
does.
probably pissed Joe off too, because I mean, somebody comes on your show, you talk to him and everything, and I mean, you're definitely not giving him an endorsement. You're just having a conversation with him.
Sure.
And that's something that you would need to talk to somebody about before, especially somebody as public and somebody whose income depends on the public perspective of them. They would
Yeah.
need to talk about that before something that serious came out.
They even encourage like people in general to not talk about who you're going to vote for before you vote. Like
mean-
afterwards, whatever.
There are people in this country that are married and don't talk about who they're going to vote for.
Yeah,
That-
because
like they don't talk with their partners about who they're going to vote for because it can create
the
fight.
reason of the voting is supposed to work properly is that you're voting for yourself. You're not voting because my husband or my wife voted for this. You're not voting because my friend told me he's going to vote for Bernie, so I'm going to vote for Bernie. You should be voting for who, like, no matter
should
who your
be-
friends are.
You should be informed and you should be
Yes.
you should know what's going to happen if said person gets elected.
And we don't have to go down this rabbit trail, but
No.
I do think that, like,
I don't think it would be smart to go down this rabbit trail with anybody.
yeah. I think that not voting is also a vote.
And it's not because I think politics are like such a hot button thing.
Yeah.
It's because I am so misinformed when it comes to politics that I don't have a valid opinion in any sense of the word.
And not a single
all.
person in here wants to hear us talk about that.
Exactly.
Anyway, so.
And I don't think talking about politics with anybody is a like constructive thing to do
Yeah.
Because-
Unless you're Joe Rogan.
because most people are so polarized anyways,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You're not going to get somebody to think the way you're going to think, or the
No.
way you think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
Well, that's interesting.
unknowingly endorsed Bernie, and
Sorry about that, Rogan.
almost got canceled. And they figured it out. I'm sure they really just everyone kind of blew it out of proportion. Like, oh no, this is something you're definitely not supposed to
Yeah.
do. And people have gotten canceled for that kind of thing before. Joe Rogan's going to get canceled, and then they figured it out, and he's fine. So this is
Oof.
Joe Rogan.
Well,
That's it.
he's not going to get canceled. I mean, he's
No.
way too famous.
Yeah, he's way too famous
Yeah.
for sure. YouTube does need him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know. My thing, this is we're streaming on Twitch, right?
Yep.
99% gamers.
Yep.
And we like to talk about TV and shows.
Yep.
That we do.
Yep.
That we watch.
Yep.
We need to talk about The Witcher.
What if I did the rest of the episode like that? Yep. Yep.
I'd be okay with it.
You just finish it
I'll
off.
just keep talking.
Yeah.
We need to talk about The Witcher, and I'm kind of upset at you for not watching it.
Well, first of all, I haven't played the game, so.
Nope.
What's the matter? Does it have Dolby Atmos?
Probably.
All right, let's look.
My phone does.
No, it does not.
Watch.
Dolby Atmos. This sound effect works
In
earphone and Bluetooth headsets only. So your phone doesn't have it. The headset that you're wearing has
the
to
Android
have
software,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I have nice headphones, which these are Amazon.
Gringo says the show has nothing to do with the game. All right, well, it looks like I probably have to watch it, but it's called The Witcher, and I need to see if it's Dolby Atmos.
So here's the thing, is that I want to know, from like even our people watching, I want to know, is The Witcher better than Game of Thrones?
It does have Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
Oh,
and I have a Dolby Atmos system at home, so definitely gonna be watching that. Cool.
But, yeah, I want to come watch it again.
All right.
It's so cool.
You actually should come over and we'll watch an episode.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
It's very good. And actually, I really like the actors in it, and they did a super good job.
Well, don't give anything away to me
Yeah.
because I want to watch it now.
We did a review episode, and we should do another quickie review episode on something.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it doesn't have to be The Witcher, but I think a lot of our viewers on Twitch might like for us to review that, because
I agree.
like you said, that it doesn't really have anything to do with the game, but I hear a lot of people liked The Witcher.
Gringo, just so you know, I'm somebody who hasn't watched Game of Thrones. Have you watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah, like half of it.
Right, but you're not like a religious viewer that.
No, I'm not like an obsessed fan.
So
Actually,
I mean,
think
I've
a
never
lot of
really
it is
watched that
slow
kind of
and weird.
stuff. I don't really like Lord of the Rings. I mean,
Mm.
all of these shows to me in my head right now are similar.
Okay.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say
Lord of the Rings is kind of similar to Game of
fair
Thrones.
that they're in the same genre.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know if I would really like it because I didn't like Lord of the Rings really that much. I mean, I've watched most of I think I've seen most of the movies. I didn't read The Hobbit. I haven't watched even the
Yeah.
movie. I just don't like that kind of stuff, but maybe The Witcher's cool. I mean, maybe it's way better. Is it a series?
It is.
Okay, cool.
It got renewed on Netflix.
I like series better than movies and I don't know why, because you can sit for 4 hours and watch a
But
series.
each episode is a whole hour long, like 50-something minutes.
Well, yeah, but an hour's fine. Most movies are anywhere from an hour and 25 minutes to 2 hours to 3 hours.
But Netflix
depending on
came
what
out
you
with the Irishman movie, which is
3 hours long, yeah. So I've been wanting to watch that movie,
But it's just so
but
long.
because it's so long,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't sit here. But
I know you
I'll sit for 4 hours and watch a series. It doesn't make any sense.
Or Joe Rogan is 3 hours every time.
Phil is a heathen. 1v1 me IRL.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, Gringo.
Yeah, The Witcher, though, here's why I think that you would enjoy it over Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Because there's no lulls. Lord of the Rings is so
Long.
stretched out
Yeah.
and long, and there's long periods of plot development and character development, and The Witcher actually goes the other direction, and there's the action most of the time.
All right.
And yeah, they have some character development, but it's like, it's just cool.
Just
Like
go
yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, they don't spend a lot of time doing anything unnecessary. And it's kind of there's some hidden things, and the whole show is kind of like in a weird time. Like the first one and two episodes are after 3 and 4. Like it's just weird to think of it like that. But you're a smart guy, and you'll be able to pick that up right away. Like, oh, this is before that,
Mm-hmm.
And it's some of those things make it really, really cool,
Mm-hmm.
But it's action, it's fun, it's funny. There's some really cool aspects about it, and that that definitely Lord of the Rings didn't have.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings is a very epic film.
Well, I'll dip my toes in it.
But yeah,
we'll have to watch an episode or two and try to get into it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they have modern music too, which is really, really
You made
cool.
me watch The 100, and I watched the first 4 episodes and still didn't want to watch it, but I kept going, and it ended up being something that I was addicted to and had to keep watching. But the other thing is I still think the acting's awful in that show.
Right.
It's awful, but the show is, I mean, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, actually, it reminds me a lot of the one.
But The Witcher does?
Yeah, because of the I don't know, the progression of scenes and how things change so quickly.
I mean, The 100 is action all the time. There's rarely any time where it's just chilling, talking to each other, and
I think that's probably the appealing part of the 100. Is obviously you're not going to watch it because it's the most amazing Golden Globe winning, acting. Is that what it would be, Golden Globes, because it's a TV show?
I don't know the difference. I lived in Hollywood and I still don't know.
But either way, it ain't gonna win no awards.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. The Witcher is much more. It's like that times.
Times
the 100
100.
times 100.
That's pretty funny. All right, well, we'll have to try it.
Yeah, totally. And I want to watch it on your surround sound.
Yeah, we got it. I definitely got to show you that. It's pretty cool. I like it.
I want
it's
that.
Nice.
I want to do it.
Well, maybe we'll do some push-ups and then we'll go over there.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with it.
All right, let's do it. Gringo says he would heavily recommend the books, and we just talked about literally 25 minutes ago maybe that we don't read.
Well, okay, so
I don't read.
That's the thing about The Witcher. The Witcher is not, the show's not based on the games. Like you said, it has nothing to do with the games, but it ain't based on the games. The Witcher games were based off of a book that was written.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I don't read. He's recommending the books.
Well, I'm probably not ever going to go read the books either, but I did read a bunch of wiki stuff about it, which is about as far as I'm going to go.
Yeah. That's about what I do. I just Google something and I look at the Wikipedia and I'm like, well, this is probably not all true, but cool. Looks good.
I'm actually not a big fan of rewatching things either.
Oh, I don't do that. Ever.
So my kids love to rewatch movies and stuff, and so does my wife. And they'll watch the same thing over and over again. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff.
That's when you come to my house and we watch an episode of The Witcher.
Yeah, but at the same time, our friend Spencer posted what movies have you watched over and over and over the most, and I was like, yeah, I do rewatch stuff actually, but it's some things that are epic quality, obviously you're going to rewatch that. But I think that for me, and I know how much you love Star Wars, but Star Wars Clone Wars, the cartoon, and I know how much you love cartoons, is so good. And I even told you, The Mandalorian.
Were you making a joke about how much I love Star Wars? Because I actually really do love Star Wars.
Well,
I know you were making a joke about the cartoons, but were you making a joke about the Star Wars?
Yeah, because I can't let that go.
That I don't know stuff about it?
It's our most popular
I've literally
video
watched,
that we made.
Okay, so something funny that happened. I have to stop you here because this is pretty funny.
Go ahead.
The Solo movie?
Yes.
I didn't know about that movie until 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And I watched it on Netflix. Well, first of all, I was scrolling through the Apple TV Plus recommendations.
Yeah.
Because Apple TV is an app and it brings together all of your subscriptions so you can watch multiple different services in one app, which is kind of cool.
That is really cool.
Hulu's the B though, because if you click on a Hulu show, it has to take you into the Hulu app first, and then you have to sign in and do all this dumb stuff first.
Dang it, Hulu.
But Netflix, you can click on a Netflix show directly from Apple TV's app, and it will take you into Netflix and open the show. And then when you exit out, it will take you back into the Apple TV app.
That's pretty sick.
Nice. But anyways, I clicked on the Solo movie because I was like, wait, I haven't seen this. This is a Star Wars movie? And it came out in it was 2 years ago, 2018 or something.
Yeah.
I had no idea that movie had ever come out. So a lot of the new movies that have come out, some of the stuff makes more sense, but also just the origins of Han Solo make a lot more sense, and Chewbacca, way more sense. But I clicked on it from the Apple TV app, and it took me the Spanish version on Netflix, and I was like, what? What is going on? Is there only the Spanish version? What's going on?
That is funny.
But then I found it on Netflix. I had to go into the app and find it. But that movie was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was a good Star Wars movie. I like it.
Yeah, it's definitely up there compared to any of the new stuff.
Yeah.
But I was telling you that The Mandalorian is really, really good. It's almost as good or possibly better than Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which you have not watched.
It's definitely better than those because they're cartoons. So
exactly, that's why you haven't watched it. But I'm rewatching them Because
the Clone Wars?
Yes.
Okay.
And the last episode was like 6 years ago. And they just renewed it again. So season 7 is going to come out here soon. I think it's season 7.
Cool.
And it's really cool because it's one of the best things that
the Clone Wars was a
exists
time
about
that
Star Wars.
happened within the actual like Star Wars realm, right? It was
Yes.
like, so they just extended the time period that
Yeah,
they
we talked about this. It's canon. Like it's Star Wars canon.
right. But so what I'm saying is basically they're plopping this cartoon timeline
Yes.
into the Star Wars timeline, and where it ends is where something else would have begun, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
It is essentially the story of Anakin Skywalker. So you
Ooh,
have
okay, maybe I might like that then.
this is Anakin after he grew up, and when it takes place about during the second movie, which was kind of lame. Had a lot of Jar Jar Binks in it. No one liked it.
I like Jar Jar. He's funny.
He's funny. But they saved Jar Jar a little bit because the Jar Jar that's in Clone Wars, he's a lot smarter. He becomes a politician.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb in the movie.
Yeah, and now everyone has this theory that he's actually a Sith Lord, and
oh, jeez,
it's really crazy.
Maybe I'll have to watch. Maybe I'll have to actually go through these and watch them.
Yeah.
Do they have Dolby Atmos?
That's
going to be my question every time you have a show recommendation.
Season 7 might.
Okay,
but it does get.
You'd be surprised though. Cartoons sometimes they do it. They've have been doing it from a very long time ago because they had the capability of doing it because they're digitally producing the sound.
Sure, yeah, that maybe then it does.
Okay.
I don't know. But I've been rewatching. I brought this all up because I've been rewatching it, and I don't do that. But I found an article that says the correct way to watch Clone Wars because it's just like The Witcher. It's made out of order. And I didn't know that. I mean, I watched it from season 1 through season 6.
I'm not watching it in the correct order because I tried doing that with Star Wars with Sarah.
Yeah.
And it confused the crap out of her. She's like, "Why? What's going on? I don't know any of this."
Right, because there's a lot of reasons why things are out of order because you need to know things before you know other things.
Yep.
And it makes things a little more exciting and have some fun with it. But so because I've already seen Clone Wars, I'm going to rewatch it in the correct order, which is actually been really weird because I've been watching a bunch of season 3 first, and then I watched the theatrical movie. And then now I'm back into season 1, which is really weird to do, but it's actually making a lot of sense. Like now I know why it was in chronological order or out of order because you had to know certain things before, just like we said. But
I think the only movies that I would rewatch are the Star Wars, like, series of movies because like I don't know. I think they're awesome. They're fun to watch, regardless of what movie it is. I don't know. It's just fun.
Oh man, they're so good.
But I don't ever rewatch anything.
Yeah, I'm not a rewatcher.
My little brother used to do that stuff when we were kids, and I was like, "How are you watching this again?" Like he would watch stuff like over 10 times over. I'm like, "Dude, stop that! You're wasting your life."
Exactly. Oh, that's exactly how I feel.
I think that's how I think about it, and that's why I don't like rewatching things. It's like I've already done this.
You
for
could be
2
spending
hours.
this time doing something new
and productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife will even reread a book. I'm like, oh,
no, thank
boring.
you. Yeah, talk about boring and time wasted. Gringo was saying that he listens to the books while he's at work. Listening to a book is different than reading it.
It'd be similar to a podcast to me.
I guess he didn't say that he read them, but I can't read. I can't sit down with a book and read it.
You
I
can't
have to
read?
I mean, I can read. Hey, stop that, Nico.
You said it.
I did. You're right. But yeah, I guess I could do an audiobook. It'd be kind of nice to listen to a book at work. Because I watch like Twitch streams or YouTube videos and stuff at work, and it's distracting and probably not
Watching
as productive
Twitch,
as I should
what
be.
a giant waste of your life.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I guess it would probably be better to be listening to books than doing that kind of junk.
I mean, just throw it into the mix at least.
Yeah,
because
I've been listening to more podcasts actually, which has been good because I used to listen to podcasts when I was in California.
We both have the same opinion about podcasts. Like, that's a great way to learn, and I feel smarter and just a better human being because of learning from all these people on podcasts. It's a really great thing. That's what got me into wanting to do this, is that I value podcasts a lot, and I want to give back and do it myself, and learn
Add
just
to
like
the
these other
collective
people.
knowledge.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. I actually listened to a podcast, this guy named Matt on there, and he thinks that everyone should have a podcast. He's like, it's the freest thing that you can do. You know,
it's like your consciousness is being like recorded and like uploaded to the internet forever.
Exactly.
And if you ever pass away, somebody can go back and listen to it and listen to you talk and hear your voice and kind of reminisce on it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like Black Mirror.
Yeah,
they can make.
They can
Android copy of me.
They can make a robot
really
out
accurate.
of you. It would be really accurate for Joe Rogan. Can you imagine? He has so many hours of just him sitting there talking with other people.
That is crazy to think about.
That is nuts.
I hope Black Mirror, they keep making good stuff, but I was pretty disappointed in their last season of only 3 episodes. And also, their movie was terrible.
You want to know what? When I saw that season come out with only 3 episodes, I didn't watch them. I was like, are you kidding me? Only 3 episodes? No, I'm not watching this. So I don't think I've watched any of the new season yet on Black Mirror, which is kind of annoying, but I guess I probably should do it.
How long have we been going here?
We've been going for an hour and 37 minutes. We should probably wrap it up with our main section. We can go take a little break.
We never even put the thing up on the screen.
Get out in the cold. Oh, you want this? Oh, no, you don't want that one. You want this one.
Yeah.
We probably go take a break, go out in the cold a little bit. It's a little warm in here.
It is. These lights make it kind of warm in here. I'm going to open up that window over there.
So, it was great talking to you. Great to be back, actually, honestly.
So for those of you that are in here watching us right now, we're actually not ending. We're just ending our podcast section here. We're going to take a 3 to 5 minute break, and then we'll be right back.
So
go get
enjoy
some
some music.
Take a whiz
while we leave.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us for this time. Preston, I see your comment. I'm going to address it in the whatever section because we're going to take a break right now. So we'll talk to you guys in the next podcast for our podcast listeners.
Check it out on YouTube as well. If you've missed this, you can always go back to YouTube and watch the episode as many times as you'd like, probably once.
And sorry for the month off, honestly, but we're back, and hopefully we'll be here every week. So
show them how back we are. We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. All right, peace.
Peace.